Hello everyone, welcome back to the series. My name is Meet and in this series we are learning FreeCAD Python scripting from the ground up. In the previous video, we learned the difference between geometry and document objects. We saw that geometry and objects are not the same thing. We learned how FreeCAD manages geometry inside a document. Today we are going to build on that knowledge. We'll create some common geometries such as box, cylinder, spheres, and cone. But more importantly, we'll compare them with their corresponding special objects and understand the properties that FreeCAD provides automatically. By the end of this lesson, you'll have a much better understanding of how FreeCAD stores and controls the geometry. Let us start with the box. Here we are creating a box using the geometry approach. The dimensions are directly supplied to the part.make box. As you can see, the box has been created with this geometry approach. After creating this geometry, we are going to create the same object using object method and special objects. This is the same concept that we learned in the previous lesson. Let's inspect the data tab. Notice that this object contains general object properties, but it does not know that it represents a box. Now let's create the same geometry using a special FreeCAD object. This time, FreeCAD knows that this object represents a box. Now let's go to the data tab, and the length controls the x dimension, width control y dimension, and height controls the dimension. We can modify each value and observe the geometry update. Every object in FreeCAD has a position and orientation. Placement stores that information. We'll study placement in detail in a future lesson. For now, just understand that placement controls where the objects exist in 3D space. Now let's move ahead. We are going to create a cylinder. Now let's make cylinder using part.make cylinder. Notice that we are giving only two properties. We define cylinder using two properties. The first one is the radius and the other one is length. Now let's make another cylinder using object method. And notice the similarities in functions. For box it was part.make box, and for cylinder it is part.make cylinder. Now we'll write the whole code. Typing it again and again will help you remember the syntax. Now the object has been created and let's see the data tab. The radius controls the cylinder size, height controls the cylinder length, and this is the interesting one. Angle controls how much of the cylinder is generated. You can observe the cylinder as I reduce the angle from 360 to other values. Now let's make a sphere. As you can see on the screen, sphere part.make sphere has only one property to define, that is the radius. I will mostly fast forward this part. Now it's intuitive that part.make box create box, part.make cylinder create cylinder. Such a way part.make sphere creates a sphere. Now let us make the same sphere using special object in FreeCAD. So as you can see, we have made our sphere. Now in data tab, let's see what properties we have got. Radius is simple, radius equals to size of the sphere, but we have very interesting properties. Angle 1, 2 and 3. Angle 1 and angle 2. This control the sphere in vertical direction, or you can think of a latitude. Think of a earth that on the top there is north pole, then equator, then south pole. By default, angle 1 equals to minus 90 and angle 2 equals to 90, which generates the full sphere. Now, if we change angle 1 to 0 and angle 2 to 90, now FreeCAD only creates the upper half of the sphere. Angle 1 and angle 2 define the starting and ending latitude angles of the sphere. By changing them, we can generate only a portion of sphere instead of complete sphere. Now let's talk about angle 3. This controls the sphere in horizontal direction, or you can say longitude. By default, angle 3 equals to 360, which means full revolution around the center axis. If we change the value to 180, now only half of the sphere is generated. Imagine slicing an orange vertically and keeping only one side. So radius controls the size of the sphere. Angle 1 and angle 2 control how much of the sphere is created from top to bottom. And angle 3 controls how much of the sphere is created around its circumference. By modifying these values, we can generate hemispheres, domes, or other partial spherical shapes without performing any additional operations. Now, let's move to our last object of the day, that is the cone. So, firstly, we'll make the cone in our usual way. So, let's write part dot make cone. It has three properties. It has three properties to define the cone. First one is the bottom radius, the radius 2 is the top radius, and the third one is the height of the cone. So after writing this code, we'll get a frustum of cone. As we change the radius, the cone can get steeper. Now let's make the same cone using the object method. Now let's go to the data tab and let's see what properties we have got. So here we got radius 1, radius 2 and height. As I said earlier, radius 1 controls the bottom radius, radius 2 controls the top radius, and height controls the cone height. If we put radius 2 equals to 0, that will give us a perfect cone. And if we again increase the radius 2, that will give us a truncated cone. There are many engineering applications of such geometries such as hoppers and transition sections. So we can say the geometry approach creates shapes directly. The special object approach creates shapes together with useful properties. FreeCAD understands what the object represents and therefore provide additional controls through the data tab. Before we wrap up, I highly recommend writing the code yourself every time. It is one of the best way to build programming intuition, improving debugging skills, and develop a deeper understanding of FreeCAD scripting. Experiment with different values, observe how the geometry changes, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's where the most learning happens. Today we learn how to create boxes, cylinders, spheres, and cone using both geometry and special objects. In the next lesson, we'll focus on placements and learn how to move and rotate geometry inside the FreeCAD workspace. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.